Okay, we're back. Fashion brand launch, line sheets and sales forms. Now, we're moving along, we're rocking and rolling. This is lecture 5 out of 7 for this course on sales forms. What we want to jump into now are the terms and conditions. Again, I know it. I'll say it again. This is the boring stuff. This is not the sexy stuff. When you're the business guy of the company, like I have been for Shane and Sean, this is what you handle. My twin brother was able to design shoes, go to the factories, do business trips, and get inspiration. The ugly, dirty stuff is the stuff that I, as the operations guy, was doing. But this is the core, backbone, foundation of your business. So it's good that you guys are taking this course. I hope you're enjoying it. I hope you're learning. Any questions? Hey, and you know what? If you love the content and you think it's 5 stars, I would love the 5-star review. Thank you so much. So let's get on to retailer terms and conditions. What does this mean? This means that, again, these forms that I'm talking about through these lectures are most of the forms that you're going to be using with your independent retailers, your boutiques, right? And some of the chain stores, but not your large department stores. The terms and conditions are basically going to outline the terms of how you're going to do business with this retailer. It's going to outline a lot of different components that basically lay down the law on how the arrangement can work. If they can return product, if they can get a discount, how they can actually price it, et cetera, et cetera. This is really to just protect yourself. I would definitely have your legal counsel or a friend who is a lawyer look it over. I would not say that the terms and conditions are deal killers if a retailer decides not to, sign it. But it just depends on your relationship with that retailer and how bad you want to be in that retailer. And that actually brings me back to something that maybe I should have brought up on the last lecture, but when we were talking about the credit application. Now, what happens when a retailer fills out the credit application and they have bad credit? You have 2 choices. 1, not to ship the product to that retailer because you don't believe you'll ever get paid. Or 2, which is what I recommend, and that is to demand that the retailer pays you at least 50% upfront before you ship it. And that's pretty easily explained. You can just say, hey, I've run your credit. I would love to do business with you. But as of right now, we're a growing company. We can't really take the risk. And if you want us to fulfill this order, all we're asking is that if your order amount is $5,000, we're asking for $2,500 before we ship it, and then your balance of $2,500 in 30 days. Now, if they agree to it, then you're in great shape. At least you have your costs covered, right? If they pay half of the wholesale, that's usually 100% of your cost. You won't lose money on the deal. And remember, retailers pay their own shipping, so you're not going to lose the shipping. And if 30 days, 40 days, 60 days, they never pay you the rest, at least you covered yourself. Some people will actually, demand the entire 100% of that order up front. You could do that too. You will probably have a higher chance of the retailer saying no thank you. But at least you have something, okay? I would do that. And if they decide, you know what, we don't want to do that, then you make that judgment call. How bad do you want to ship to them? If the order is not that big and you think it's worth risking and maybe it's local and you can go pick up your product if they don't pay you, do that. But you have to make that judgment call. I'm a conservative guy, not politically, but when it comes to dealing with money and negotiating, I'm very conservative. So I would rather ship to someone who I know is going to pay me. So let's jump into terms and conditions, okay? Now, this is a document that's created in Word. They're pretty standard kind of legal mumbo jumbo in here. And I'll go through a few of the highlights, okay? Again, just like any of the other lectures, if you would like a copy of these, email me through the platform and I'll send you a copy that you can basically work yours off of. Now, This one don't have the logo on here. It's again one of those documents that you can put your logo there. We just never put it on here, not for any reason that I can think of. It's just not on here. Um, but all sales are subject to the following terms and conditions. Your price policy, basically, this is just saying the prices may change without notice, right? We may actually show you a price during the trade show where we only had samples made, but then our factory found out that the leather that they're using is going to cost way more, and then you have to adjust your pricing, just as long as you keep the retailer up to speed on those changes, okay? Um, so it just says, we'll let you know if there's any discrepancies between the original price and the price that is changed to. The order policy, number 2, all orders are subject to acceptance by Shane and Sean. No customer deductions are allowed for freight, parcel, UPS, etc. That's basically saying that we have the right to accept or not accept your order. You're not going to be able to deduct shipping, right? Because retailers pay for shipping. Even the big boys, they pay for their own shipping, all right? And Shane and Sean reserve the right to refuse to supply product to a certain customer location. So say, for instance, the retailer is located, they ordered it for California, but then they're saying, hey, we want you to ship it to Guatemala, and you feel like there may be some shady things going on, you can refuse to ship that. Next, payment terms. Now, this is what we talked about before. As you can see, payment for ordered goods is due within 30 days. Right? Not on day 30, within 30 days after the product is received by the customer, and payable pursuant to these terms and conditions. We may charge 1.5% per month, or maximum permitted by law will be charged on all payments for goods not received within 30 days. So right away, day 30, 31, you can start doing late fees, okay? Customer, which is the retailer, shall be responsible for all costs, expensive, collection agency, reasonable attorney's fees, that may occur for past due invoices. Again, this is really, really gearing the business arrangement towards your benefit as the brand. This is your document. You want to cover yourself as much as possible. Some retailers may say, this is too one-sided, I don't want to sign it. And then you make a judgment call, you ask them what issues do they have, and you can make any adjustments. For sales restrictions, this is just saying that basically you can only sell the product at places that we have approved for distribution. Violation could be result in an immediate termination of your account. Cancellation policy, all requests to cancel orders must be submitted within writing at least 30 days before ship. What this does is allow you as the brand to get it. So say, for instance, a retailer orders a product 6 months in advance, which is normal at a trade show. They run into some financial difficulty and they want to cancel your order. They just need to do it 30 days before you're shipping the product. So that, again, it gives you a chance to cancel the order, go to the factory, adjust your order to the factory, or at least give you a chance to offer them a discount or ship the shoes or product somewhere else. Delivery, it just says that the shipping is responsibility of the customer, and they have to actually take care of shipment costs. No transshipping, unauthorized transshipping or resale of the merchandise. So they can't act as a broker. They can't, someone can't order your product and then basically, wholesale it, to someone else. It's for their final benefit. The return policy basically is a bit longer, but it basically says in here that must be written 30 days before receiving the product, right? If you want to return the product. Seller trademark copy is just saying that, we own our trademark. You can't make any changes to our trademark, our name, our designs, and you can't use them unauthorized. So you can't just put a big, logo of our brand in front of your store and act like it's almost like a flagship store, or you can't change the colors because you think it's the cool color. It's limited liability clause. Shall our company be liable for customer any loss of profit, interruption of business, special consequences? Say, for instance, their store is burned down. You're not going to be liable for anything that happens. Or a customer walks through there and puts on a T-shirt that somebody else has worn and was returned, and then someone gets into a fight. You're not liable for that. You have refusals in here. If they refuse to take the package, There's a 15% restocking fee, right? So they didn't cancel it up front. They just received it and then they want to ship it back. You can charge them for that. Fair Labor Standard Act, that's just, again, legal workforce, mature, legal mumbo jumbo. Third party advertising, basically saying the brand must approve anything that's going to use the name and logo, so they can't start going on using radio promotions without your consent. And then general, what state are basically this contract in accordance with. That would be the state that you're involved in and where you do business. There's the buyer signature, the buyer name / department, and there's the date in print. So this is, again, a very detailed, one-sided document that is there to protect you as the brand. And hopefully the retailers will sign it. And if they don't, then, you want to basically make that judgment call. But for the most part, try to get this signed every single time. It's not a deal breaker, though. Thank you so much, and we'll be back for the next lecture.